Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take at a newly released product as of tomorrow. We're filming this while still under embargo. We have the brand new 3.0 TAYLORMADE hi-toe wedges, Mikey.
Really clean looking. I played a hi-toe. You played a hi-toe way back in the day when they first came out. This to me is the nicest looking hi-toe they've released.
Definitely. Third evolution. Lots of aspects from the original still in there, but some subtle new improvements. Obviously in a new finish, the kind of brushed copper finish, which I really quite like. Yeah. The original copper finish was nice, but this does look a little more premium, I think.
Yeah, a little bit more muted too.
Yep. Four-way cambered sole. We've got standard, we've got low, we've got high bounce options in the 58 and 60, whether we go up or down standard and the others. We do have the raw face on there as well. So again, taking that from what we see in the mill grind 3s, which we're going to start off comparing to. And then we've got some of the original high toes here. So yeah, a series that stood the test of time. I know the high toe design with the full scoring grooves is not for everyone, but there's certain people who like it, use it. There's others who love it and will never use anything else. Yeah,
I'm a fan of the four-way cambered sole. I mean, I remember that was ATV, and it worked great for a lot of people. We did quite well with it. Yeah. I'm excited to see how this performs.
Definitely. Okay, you've got the mill grind 3 there. Let's just start off by looking at a conventional shaped wedge with similar technology on the face. So we've got a kind of plated back and toe and heel section. We've got the raw face with the micro ribs in the middle. So let's gather some numbers from that to start with here, Michael. 75 yards I've got to start now. A nice 3/4 one. Yep. You've got your golf ball of choice on there, so we're going to get some really accurate spin numbers. Let's take a little look. Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. "75 yards seems to be a little sweet spot number for you, Mikey. Very nice. A couple more. Yep. Long. Clipped away lovely. Excellent. I mean, for me, when I look at shots like that, I know we're simulating these, but if we were to look at it on a real green, it's exactly what I would want a 75-yard wedge shot to look like. Yeah. Just drop, stop, and a hint of spin at the end. Yeah. Always kind of say to people, I want your wedge to, when it hits the green, I want it to look like if you just lobbed a beanbag onto the green, how would it just go? Dead. Yeah, drop dead. Or pitching right into a sand pit, dead. Yeah. Okay, I want you to know that number and know that you can hit it all the way to that. Hit one more and then we'll change over to the high toe. Yeah, beautiful. Excellent. Okay, easy work. Okay, so starting out with obviously the mill grind 3, moving into the high toe. Other than the obvious, any differences when you kind of sit it down, the visual appearance?
No, I mean, not a ton. Again, I like that darker, finish to it. It just, it looks, like you said earlier, this looks a lot more premium.
A lot more premium, isn't it? Yeah, and I actually think the subtlety of the black paint fill with the brushed copper, because the brushed copper has a lot of that, the black lines to it, that I think the black paint fill really gives it a pretty classy look.
Definitely.
That was clipped away lovely as well. I'm gonna make one of these. Oh. Lovely strike. Okay, just throw in
one more.
Yeah, one more for us would be nice. Yeah, lovely, lovely. Okay, little comparison there. So coming off at the same ball speed, which is really, really pretty cool to compare them because the exit velocity of the ball is exactly the same. We're getting very different launch conditions off of the exact same lofted wedge, which is 56 degrees. Yeah. We can see what the additional friction from the high toe is doing. It's pulling the flight down, increasing that spin rate. So ultimately the same 75-yard shot is getting there in quite a different fashion. Not something we often see. in tests like this. Such a difference. I'm going to dive into a little bit about, maybe a little bit of the why. So delivery-wise, dynamic loft is a little bit less with interesting, less dynamic loft, but a lower spin and higher flight. Very interesting. That's a friction story, right? So when the dynamic loft is 51, attack angle, so we're seeing more friction being produced, but the launch angle is higher with less dynamic loft. Very interesting. Any differences significantly to the feel?
I would say I'm a fan of like a pre-worn leading edge. So the mill grind, tiger grind, I do like. There was a couple wedge shots there that didn't feel like the wedge, escaped the turf as much as I'd like it to. But I mean, it's a great feeling wedge. I've always liked the high toe.
Yep. Okay. So, I mean, guys, and we'll say at this point, we are testing what we can test indoors in this environment. This is our initial thoughts and views on the new line. We are going to do an outdoor test with it as well, where we take it into a bunker, we'll add some moisture into the scenario, we'll add some rough, some other of the variables that we feel are important if you're going to call something the ultimate short game tool. That's the way the Hi-Toe 3.0 has been designed, with ultimate short game versatility to give the full repertoire of shots that you would want around the green to sort of make sure from a strokes gain perspective you're able to improve in all of those aspects. So I think we talked about it collectively. We feel like we can do that best outdoors. So there will be a follow-up video to this. All right, Michael, I'm going to hand you the original Hi-Toe. All right, let's go. Let's keep it at 75 to start with, which is somewhat of a full shot.
Yeah.
We will see a little bit more of that leading part of the sole being used for these, since we are going to be leaning the shaft a little bit. Then we'll back it off. We'll go to more of a partial shot with the 60s as well. Yeah, really good there. Oh, spinny. You can see, Mike has got the delivery a little bit toe down and the ball is leaking to the right again. So guys, when you're being fit for your wedges, make sure your lie angle is catering to the shot shape that you want. And obviously there's a miss in there somewhere. And for you, probably it is short right with the wedges. So
absolutely.
We'll definitely address that. Yeah, nicely done. Very nice. Can't argue with any of those, really.
No.
Okay, Mikey, very good performance out of the original Hi-Toe. This will be pretty neat to see if it has the same performance improvements that we saw over Mill Grind 3.
Okay. If only it spun like this outside.
Lovely. Very nice. It's pretty good there. Okay, so 60 degree on the 75-yard shot, Mikey, which is probably what for you, 80% of a full swing?
Yeah.
Very similar. Very, very similar. Not much to really pick between the launch spins. So, yeah, maybe there's a little bit of something in that kind of Hi-Toe design for you with where the CG placement is. If we go to, obviously, back to the 56s that we tested, the Hi-Toe version, driving that launch angle lower, kicking the spin rate higher. Probably a CG play on that one that we can talk to, center of gravity being a little bit higher. Yeah, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. But when you put, Hi-Toe versus Hi-Toe, there's definitely less of a difference. No,
but I mean both. It's a classic Hi-Toe, and I think the little nuances of 3.0 is definitely, it's not a revolution, but it's definitely, better.
Yeah.
I would, I know this is for more outside. I'd love to try similar grind to the original one that we had to to the newer one. Just
Yeah.
I like that feel. I'm
That ATV
picky,
grind rather than the four-way camber.
Exactly, yeah. I'm picky with that for turf, but I mean, both great.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think once we get outside, guys, and we can actually get into some of the scenarios where we're starting to utilize the technology. I'm not sure all of the technology that's engineered into these new wedges we're able to, utilize or sort of, test in here. Something for the outdoor
Definitely.
test once we get them up to the pulpit.
Totally.
Good stuff. Okay, very impressed with the new lineup. Obviously 50 through to 60 in the lofts. There's high, mid and low bounce options, or standard high and low bounce options. So guys, you're well covered. I mean, always remember that you can move loft as well a little bit to manipulate sole design and bounce as well, should you need to find that ideal sort of little sole design that Mike is obviously searching for, that you felt you had with ATV, but you didn't quite have with that four-way camber on the 3.0.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. All right, guys, stay tuned for more testing with these. We'll see you again soon.